Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Yang Berhormat Khairy Jamaluddin, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli Wan Arifin, Chairman of Malaysia Aviation Group. Captain Isham Ismail, Group Chief Executive Officer, Malaysia Aviation Group. Mr. Stefan Priestner, UN Resident Coordinator in Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei, as well as Captain Chester Vu Chi Sun, Chief Executive Officer of Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, Senior Management of Malaysia Aviation Group, members of the media dekat belakang tu, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the MAB Engineering Complex South Support Zone here in Sepang, Malaysia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is designed to be the hub of maintenance and repair in KLIA, and we're so delighted and honored to have all of you here at the beating heart of Malaysia Airlines operations to inaugurate the launch of the MAG Sustainability Blueprint. Now, today's launch event is also broadcasted live, and we are pleased to welcome employees group worldwide, not only in Western Malaysia, but also from Malaysia Airlines operating stations in Japan, in Korea, China, Australia, New Zealand, and many more. So let's just wave at the camera on your right, just above there. Hey guys, thank you for watching us. Thank you for joining us. We'd also like to welcome our aviation partners from all over the region who are joining us virtually today. So thank you everyone near and far for joining us physically or virtually. Today, we're all so proud and happy to witness another important milestone in the national carrier's journey, the launch of Sustainability Blueprint for the Malaysia Aviation Group. Ladies and gentlemen, as your health and safety are important to MAG, I would like to invite you to focus on the safety briefing video that we have prepared before we proceed to our next agenda. Take a look.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Malaysia Airlines. For your own benefit, please pay attention to the safety video. You're now in Hangar 6. In the event of an emergency or the fire alarm going off, please do not panic. Evacuate the building in an orderly manner. As you are aware, the hangar is an open area. For evacuation, please ensure you follow the safe route during any event. Walk carefully down the steps and please hold the handrails. Pregnant women and physically challenged employees are advised to seek assistance from fellow employees to guide them to the assembly area. The assembly area is situated at the tarmac in between Hangar 5 and Hangar 6. Employees occupying the building should proceed to the hangar assembly point and follow instructions of fire representatives when required. There are fire extinguishers available in this building. Use them to extinguish small fires. The method is to pull out the pin, aim at the base of the fire, spray at the fire, and sweep thoroughly, or in short, PASS or pass. There is also an automated external defibrillator or AED available at the fire control room in the west wing on the ground floor in the event of a cardiac emergency. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your kind attention. Now please sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off, I would like to invite Captain Isham Ismail, Group Chief Executive Officer of Malaysia Aviation Group, to share his welcome remarks. Dipersilakan.
Yang Berhormat Khairy Jamaluddin, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli Wan Arifin, Chairman of Malaysia Aviation Group. Mr. Stefan Priestner, United Nations Resident Coordinator in Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei. Industry representative and partners, media representatives, and not forgetting our guests and our staff at home, at domestic and international stations watching virtually. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I would like to thank all of you, especially Yang Berhormat Khairy Jamaluddin, for humbly accepting our invitation to attend this, certainly one of the most important steps that Malaysia Aviation Group is taking in reshaping the future. I am pleased to welcome all of you here or on virtual to the MAG Engineering Complex, the workplace of our unsung heroes, ensuring that our aircraft, our customer airlines aircraft are always in peak condition to whisk our passengers away to their destination with strict adherence to safety. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 year into the pandemic, we have seen the importance of having a business that is robust and sustainable, built upon a foundation of digitalization, which has allowed the business to operate as efficiently as possible given the circumstances. Approaching over a year of fully working from home for our staff, the seeds of our labor were planted far in advance before the pandemic. Before the pandemic even reached our shores, MAG, on a journey of digitalization in 2019, has started working from home. And thanks to those initiatives that we were able to adapt at a fast pace. And Malaysia Aviation Group, we initiated working from home in December 2019, way before the pandemic. Malaysia Airlines' digital advancement encompasses all customers' touchpoints, and this has already been recognized worldwide, as proven by a study conducted by Frost & Sullivan in 2019, placing Malaysia Airlines top 6 for digital readiness and number 1 for digital maturity in 2019. A lot has been done since our transformation journey, and we continue to harness innovation and creativity from within our internal talents to the innovation community in Malaysia while embracing the spirit of agile and being resilient. As we look to the future in creating a vision of a day when MAG can become Asia's leading travel and aviation services group, sustainability is increasingly a critical pillar in our long-term business plan, striving towards a brighter, greener, and happier future for the group, with digitalization acting as our accelerator. So prior to developing our sustainability blueprint, we outlined our sustainability policy, emphasizing our commitment to creating value for our stakeholders in a manner that is responsible, transparent, and respecting the rights of all. Our approach is managing risks and applies throughout the organization and to all our managed assets, not only our aeroplanes, but all our locations in our offices, buildings, and equipments below the wing at the airport area. We are committed to providing safe and efficient aviation travel solution in response to continuing global growth in the coming decades. In a business environment where high passenger number growth rates drive fleet expansion, we strive to continuously enhance our safety and security, energy efficiency, and environmental performance. From there, our blueprint was designed to be all-encompassing, covering environmental, social, safety, governance, and economic factors, in line with the United Nations Agenda of Sustainable Development, with several sustainable development goals in mind. At this stage, the group aims to tackle 4 key goals. They are gender inequality, decent work and economic growth, responsible consumption and production, climate change. As a start, they will act as a perfect target for us to work towards using our resources at hand and efficiently to achieve the best outcome. With 66 sustainability initiatives identified already, such as reducing the overall CO2 emission, as well as reaching 50% usage of biodegradable materials for in-flight operations, coupled with 50% of ground and in-flight waste recycled and upcycled by 2025 onwards. The groundwork has already been started and has already been laid for the group as a driver of tremendous change for sustainable tomorrow. Our pledge is to promote socio-economic development and with net zero carbon emission by 2050. Working together alongside our tremendous stakeholders, I believe that we can move mountains together and create a future filled with prosperity for all. You will be able to see more of our efforts over the last few years and what we aspire to be as you go through our broad walk later on the right-hand side to showcase what we have accomplished. And I sincerely hope that through our networking today, we will be able to create meaningful conversations that lead to great ideas and more collaboration with industry partners. I must also thank local partners such as UPM, Verdastro, PNB, who have worked with us in the past couple of years in developing various innovation and improvements, some of which have already materialized, as you can see. And not forgetting our strong supporters from CAM, from MEFCOM, from IATA, from AAPA, Airbus and Boeing, and the One World Alliance for steering the industry and influencing positive change in the name of sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey of Malaysia Aviation Group's sustainability program is technology and digital driven. And henceforth, we are very excited converting and migrating Malaysia Aviation Group to be a digital organization. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you from all of us in MAG for being here and sharing this historic occasion with all of us. After a successful restructuring, alhamdulillah, and with the national vaccination program in full swing, we are confident that better days lie ahead of us. And we look forward to an exciting future with strong cooperation from all of you. To all my colleagues in MAG here and those at home watching, thank you for let's make MAG great again. Thank you. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Inshallah. Amin, amin, amin. Thank you so much, Captain Izam. And just to summarize our Group CEO's welcome remarks, MAG pledges to promote socio-economic development and achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. MAG developed a sustainability blueprint which focuses on 5 key areas, and we're looking at governance, economic, environmental, social, as well as safety and security. All right, thanks again, Captain, for your insightful opening remarks. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Stefan Priestner, United Nations Resident Coordinator in Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei, to deliver his special message from the United Nations.
Selamat pagi, and very good morning to everybody. I've been dreaming about such a party since I've been 5 years old, when I played with the small planes. But today, of course, I'm here as a global sustainability ambassador. So please see my remarks from that point of view. Yang Berhormat, Khairy Jamaluddin, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli, Chairman, Malaysia Aviation Group, Captain Izam Ismail, Group CEO, Malaysia Aviation Group, distinguished guests, members of the media, it is a real pleasure to be here with all of you at this auspicious occasion, the inauguration of the MAG Sustainability Blueprint. And I'm so happy to hear from the speech of Captain Izam the alignment of the strategy with the SDGs, with the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, the universally agreed global framework for a better world that is socially inclusive and environmentally sustainable. These 17 goals indeed require ambitious contributions from governments, from private sector, civil society, and the public at large to achieve the targets set by 2030. 6 years into the implementation we are by now, and unfortunately the SDGs are off track. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres remarked that the world will not achieve the targets at the pace that it's going. Thus, about a year ago, in the beginning of 2020, the Secretary General launched a campaign called the Decade of Action, a rallying call to accelerate SDG achievement. Then, as we all know, COVID-19 hit. The pandemic has dealt a heavy blow on socio-economic development everywhere, and the aviation industry was paradigmatic for that, pushing back our common aspirations much further than ever before. But COVID, we believe, has also cast light on the integrated nature of development, namely the interdependence between global health crisis and the economy, and between human activity and the climate, nature, and pollution. As such, the pandemic validated the significance of the SDGs as powerful integrated framework for development, and that governments cannot do this alone. While corporations and industries like yours suffered the devastating impacts of last years, there's also the opportunity now to realign to goals that will help us recover better. And I would like to commend MAG for doing just this. Indeed, the private sector obviously has a critical role to play. Businesses are the engines of growth and employment. And it is also the business sector that is responsible for carbon emissions, pollution and impacts on the environment. And we all know that the airline industry is a heavy emitter. Therefore, I would like to extend my appreciation and congratulations to the Malaysian Airlines Group for embracing the sustainability framework, recognizing that the future is not business as usual. And given that there is growing consumer demand for exactly that, for socially responsible and environmentally sustainable business practices, it is not only the right thing to do, I believe, but also good for business, to have sound corporate strategies that are anchored in sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, I looked at your sustainability blueprint, and it is very clear that the issue of fuel consumption and efficiency is central to the sustainability efforts. And I'm so impressed that MAG has set the target of zero emissions by 2050, together, I think, with the One World Group. Leaders of the aviation industry indeed signed a declaration in 2008 committing to action on climate change. In the short term, promises for fuel efficiency of 1.5% per annum, and in the longer term, 50% reduction in net carbon emissions by 2050, but you have actually surpassed this target. In this regard, new and innovative technologies are needed, and the hope for a revolution in use and breakthroughs for more renewable and efficient energy sources are more urgent than ever. I was also impressed that MAG has kind of taken the sustainability concept much wider than only fuel efficiency. Regarding SDG 5, gender equality, by increasing the number of women in decision making. Regarding SDG 8, decent work, by continuing to make MAG a top employer with a focus on diversity, and with your SDG 12 related responsible consumption and production targets, by committing to recycling waste and to the zero use of single-use plastic. So while many businesses in Malaysia are already adopting sustainability strategies, the UN hopes to see more companies align themselves to these SDGs. We strongly believe that there are win-win solutions for all business sectors. As stated in the Business and Sustainable Development Commission's report, and I quote, SDGs, when achieved, could create 380 million jobs and opportunities worth $12 trillion. Now, finally, also to say that governments, of course, have the key in aligning the private sector for the SDGs, for instance, by building environmental costs into the economic equation and by creating incentives for those that move robustly to good sustainable practices. And I believe the government is already doing a lot on that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulations to MAG on your new sustainability blueprint. As you adopt the blueprint, I believe you will inspire other companies to do the same. I wish you all the very best in a robust implementation of the blueprint. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Priestner, for your pertinent and noteworthy remarks. Terima kasih. And next, ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to invite our guest of honor, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Khairy Jamaluddin, to deliver his speech. Dipersilakan, YB.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli Wan Arifin, Chairman of the Malaysia Aviation Group, Captain Izham Ismail, Group CEO, Mr. Stefan Priestner, UN Resident Coordinator for Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei, Captain Chester from CAM, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank the Malaysian Aviation Group for inviting me to this very historic occasion at the launch of your sustainability blueprint. Today's event is a statement of intent by the Malaysian Aviation Group, not just for better days ahead, but for better days ahead which are sustainable, which are committed to the SDGs of the United Nations, which sees the Malaysian Aviation Group emerge as a company that is committed to values and principles that can enhance not just shareholder value, but also its commitment to the country, to its employees, and to larger stakeholders. I think today's launch is preceded by months of tremendous sacrifice by the Malaysian Aviation Group. We all know that the aviation sector is one of the most hardest hit by the pandemic. It's not difficult to understand why. Planes are grounded, people can't fly, borders are closed. And because flying is MAG's core business, the bottom line has been hit. But I'm proud. I'm proud because Malaysian Airlines Group, our national flag carrier, has not laid off even one single employee. Not even one. And if we talk about SDG 8, which is fair work and economic growth, the top management of MAG have taken pay cuts so that everyone can stay in work at MAG. Congratulations to MAG. I think what you've gone through over the last 1 year, Tan Sri and Captain, can only bring you guys closer together. With a landmark ruling in the UK courts, creditors have agreed to the restructuring. Hopefully with borders reopening soon, with the sustainability blueprint, I think there are fair skies ahead of MAG. Malaysia Airlines is so important and synonymous to every single Malaysian. I grew up because my father was posted all over the world, and I remember the red livery of Malaysia Airlines, or MAS as it was known then, bringing me home. I remember the old DC-10 with the engine on the tail fin. And it evokes emotions in every single Malaysian. Wherever you go in the world, the moment you step into a Malaysia Airlines plane, you're home already. So I really hope that the sustainability blueprint is the start of a new glorious chapter for MAG. The restructuring, hopefully with borders opening, with the sustainability blueprint, Malaysia Airlines must emerge once again as the leading airline company in the Asia Pacific and also in the world. And I have every confidence that you will do so. Sustainability is so important to build in as values for companies because it's not just shareholder value, it's not just your bottom line, your EBITDA, but it's also what you contribute to the world and a larger set of stakeholders. Your commitment towards sustainability, especially since aviation, as we all know, one of the biggest carbon emitters in the world. Trying to get around the technology of sustainability in running airlines is not easy. But Captain Nizam came to brief me a few weeks ago, the strategies that they're going to put in place to ensure that MAG can achieve carbon neutrality by 2050, to ensure a more equitable and diverse workplace throughout decision-making, the board, right down to people who fly the planes. And these are things which will enhance your value, not just your shareholder value, but the value of the company. And as you know, people invest for different reasons now. It's not just the bottom line, it's impact investing. It's investing in a company that believes in wanting to do something greater, in wanting to contribute to the world, in wanting to contribute towards a more sustainable future for all of us. So with that, I would like to congratulate MAG for this fantastic beginning. And I know a large part of the blueprint is digitalization, innovation, and that's why I'm here this morning, not because you couldn't get the transport minister. And I'm happy that you're putting digitalization and technology at the forefront. On our part, the government, as Stefan mentioned earlier, we will continue to give incentives, nudge companies into committing more towards the SDGs. I think Secretary General Gutierrez's reminder, so important, that we're not on track, that the climate is in crisis. The world is in crisis. It's not climate change, it's climate crisis. And the time to act is now. And I know it's difficult because all our attention is on the pandemic. And perhaps over the last year, we've taken our eyes away from the longer-term horizon of a sustainable future. But now as we emerge from the pandemic, it's important that we get back on track. We will do our best to ensure that we open the borders as quickly as possible. I've been talking to Captain Izham about mutual recognition of health passports, the vaccination program, how to accelerate that. We're trying our best. In the face of a tremendously cruel and unjust hoarding of vaccines by the developed world, I'm reminded of a scene from the Titanic. The ship is going down, and the rich people in first class have the lifeboats. Poorer countries, less developed countries, are left to drown. That's what's happening today. I wish I can speed up the vaccination program, but our delivery schedule is as such. Not prioritized, wait in line, wait for your turn, while rich countries have bought enough to inoculate their citizens 3, 4, 5 times over. If this is not injustice, I do not know what is. And we are trying our best to make sure that we can get the vaccination program done, not just for public health, but also crucially for economic recovery, to open up the borders, to see these wonderful, wonderful planes fly once again, and to put Malaysia Airlines back at the forefront of the aviation industry. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam and amen to that. Thank you very much, Yang Berhormat, for the inspiring and definitely a heartfelt sharing. You summed up how every Malaysian feels right now when boarding Malaysia Airlines. It is indeed home.
I'm supposed to say my name, Khairy Jamaluddin.
Introducing MAG's Sustainability Blueprint for a Sustainable Tomorrow. With the launch of our Long-Term Business Plan 2.0, our vision is to become Asia's leading travel and aviation services group, where we will focus on the delivery of highly customized end-to-end travel solutions. While ambitious, we know that this is only possible if our tomorrow is sustainable. In 2019, we developed the MAG Sustainability Blueprint, which focuses on the 5 key areas of governance, economic, environmental, social, and safety and security. These will be the pillars of our efforts in sustainability. With our Sustainability Blueprint in place, we have developed our MAG Sustainability logo as a representation of our efforts. This logo carries 4 elements: a human hand which represents mankind, a water droplet which represents our efforts in reducing water consumption, a leaf which represents being environmentally friendly, and a lightning bolt which represents being efficient with energy usage. These elements are placed within the WOW, which is a representation of Malaysia Aviation Group. The color green is used to represent nature, peace, growth, harmony, freshness, safety, and health. The italic font is used to represent movement, us moving forward for a better tomorrow. Our journey so far has yielded positive results. From fuel efficiency alone, an average of 200 kilograms of fuel is saved per flight. This means we are emitting less greenhouse gases into the environment, which is equivalent to approximately 632 kilograms of carbon dioxide for each flight. We're tracking and implementing 13 main programs under the Fuel Efficiency Program. This includes the initiative where we taxi the aircraft with 1 engine instead of 2 after landing. As much as 40 kilograms of fuel per flight can be saved through this initiative. Another initiative is the optimization of flight path, where the pilot would explore with the air traffic control for a more optimal path to his destination, including a shorter approach procedure called the RNP-AR approach. This can help save upwards of 300 kilograms of fuel each flight, resulting in a significant carbon emission reduction. Another major initiative is the upcycling of our waste material. Through partnerships, we have transformed our leather seats, life jackets, and uniforms into handbags, aprons, and toiletry bags. As for environmentally cautious travelers, they will soon be able to pay to offset their flight's carbon dioxide emissions as we work with the relevant authorities on the regulatory mechanism for carbon offsetting. Another initiative is the installation of solar panels on 4 Malaysia Airlines Berhad buildings at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Once completed in April 2021, the green energy generated from the project is expected to offset about 2,022 tons of carbon dioxide emission for the first year, or 56,638 tons of emission by 2050, translating into 12,197 cars taken off the road or 933,520 trees grown. While we embark on our long-term business plan, digital will be our cornerstone with sustainability in our practices. With great ambition in becoming Asia's leading travel and aviation services group comes great responsibility towards a sustainable tomorrow. Let's each play our part, because it all begins with us.
The Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia would like to express our heartfelt congratulations to Malaysia Aviation Group on the launch of MAG's Sustainability Blueprint. In this fast-paced era, the importance of planning for business continuity is indeed crucial. Thus, CAM applauds MAG's initiatives in efforts to achieving long-term growth. The aviation industry is a critical catalyst in supporting the economic growth, and CAM will continue to support the industry by ensuring that the aviation ecosystem is healthy and sustainable.
On behalf of Airbus, congratulations to Malaysian Airlines on your commitment towards fully embracing sustainability and the launch of your sustainability blueprint. Airbus and Malaysian Airlines share the common goal of building a sustainable future for our industry. Airbus is committed to reducing energy consumption by 20% and CO2 emissions by 40% across all our activities by 2030. And we ultimately plan to bring a hydrogen-powered, zero-emission aircraft to the market by 2035. We look forward to supporting Malaysia Airlines' sustainability blueprint by providing the most fuel-efficient aircraft, reducing carbon footprint, and enabling profitable and sustainable growth. Let's work together to ensure a sustainable industry for a safe and united world.
On behalf of the International Air Transport Association, I would like to say kudos and congratulations to the Malaysia Aviation Group today. 3 outstanding achievements. Firstly, the Blueprint for Sustainability program. Secondly, the joining the 25 by 2025 Gender Balance program. And thirdly, all of your actions for climate, and particularly the net zero emissions by 2050 goal. Well done, MAG, from all of us at IATA. Thank you.
Hello to the distinguished guests and employees over there. I'm Chris Raymond, Boeing's Chief Sustainability Officer. On behalf of all of my colleagues here, congratulations on launching Malaysia Aviation Group's Sustainability Blueprint. Like you, we're committed to innovating and operating to make the world better. We laud your commitment to socio-economic development and net zero emissions. Boeing's proud of our half-century relationship with Malaysia and will continue to support your efforts to fly safer and more sustainably now and into the future. Thank you for everything and congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Rob Gurney, the CEO of the One World Alliance. It's a great pleasure to be able to talk to you today. A huge congratulations to the Malaysia Airlines Group for their sustainability blueprint. I think this is an amazing initiative and completely consistent with One World's broader goals on sustainability, which we announced in September of last year, where all of our member airlines committed to NZE 50, and that was an amazing achievement in itself. And also the leadership that MAS showed through that was also amazing. So congratulations to Captain Ism and his team. We think this is amazing. We're fully supportive, and thank you very much.
Congratulations, MAG. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Malaysia Aviation Sustainability Blueprint is now officially launched for someone who is on a zero waste movement this year, trying, and is someone who's also trying to adopt the sustainable development goals in my home as well as my lifestyle. This is something that I'm really, really proud of MAG doing, and hopefully everything will be smooth rising from today onwards, okay? Yeah, finger crossed indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to invite MAG Chairman Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Wan Zulkifli Wan Arifin, accompanied by Captain Izham Ismail on stage to present a token of appreciation to our guest of honours. Dipersilakan. First, I would like to invite Mr. Stefan Priestner, United Nations Resident Coordinator for Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei, to receive our token of appreciation. Thank you, Mr. Stefan. Kindly remain on stage, as we would now like to invite Yang Berhormat Khairy Jamaluddin, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, to receive our token of appreciation. I know he has a very tight schedule today. Nonetheless, he is here with us on this very historic moment for Malaysia Aviation Group. Thank you, sir, for joining us. And now I would like to also invite our members of the media at the back to take this opportunity to take a group photo of all our VIPs on stage. Terima kasih, kawan-kawan media. Right, let's get the perfect money shot. I'd also like to invite Captain Chester Vu, Chief Executive Officer of Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, to join the gentlemen on stage for one more group photo op. And don't be alarmed, we're just firing up the engines to move on to the next agenda of today. Just give me a hands up to our photographer friends once you're okay. Yes, all right. With that, I would like to bring the event to a close. We would like to invite Captain Isham to shortly lead the way for the Sustainability Boardwalk Showcase that he mentioned earlier on, which is on the right-hand side of the stage. We'll also have a quick tour of the aircraft cockpit to avoid a congestion at the cockpit and to observe social distancing, because we all want to keep safe, guys. Guests will be allowed on board in stages, 5 at a time. I repeat, just 5 at a time in a small group, okay? To everyone else, thank you for your kind attendance, and we hope that you enjoy your time here at the MAB Engineering Complex. Please do join us at the Boardwalk Showcase to understand better about the MAG Sustainability Blueprint. And before you leave, we'd like to invite you for lunch, which will be served later on. Thank you to all our guests watching us live from all around the world through our live broadcast. This concludes our media launch on our MAG Sustainability Blueprint. It's been an honor being your MC for today. Until the next time, terima kasih, and we hope to see you on board soon. My name is Daphne Iking. Goodbye, everyone, and take care.